What's going on, True Combat King family? And I'm accompanied today with my host, Empty Bick. Let's give a shout out to you. How you doing, Empty Bick?
Doing pretty good, Ray.
Good, good man. And over here we also have Gameaholic. How you doing this morning, Game?
I'm pretty good here.
Excellent. And for all you guys at home that cannot see everyone, I want to give a shout out to Big Bird. He's a paid member. And we also have a few other non-paid members. We have Mass Pirate, Eric of Miami, and Flesh Bearer. How you guys doing today? Everyone doing pretty okay? Excellent. Well, for those of you guys at home, we want to thank you for tuning in. We recognize that you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here on this Saturday morning, or I guess whenever you're watching this. LOL. But let's go ahead and get today's meeting started off without any further hitches, shall we? We're going to start off today on our usual table of our Knights and Cubs. So today we do have a few special announcements coming your way on behalf of the Knights and Cub table. But before we do get into those announcements, I would just like to say a very special shout out to all Knights and Cubs who have helped and participated in the reconstruction of your division over the last few weeks and months. We do want you to know that more great things are heading your way as long as we can have participations of Cubs and Knights like yourselves. So, with that being said, Empty Bick, the floor is yours, pal. Would you like to go ahead and add a few things?
I'd be more than happy to. Um, all right, guys. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Saturday morning so far. So we're talking about the Knights today, kind of honoring some Knights and whatnot. So basically, let's talk about Arrow Rock first. Arrow Rock was a appointed Cub King by Shadow Ninja when Shadow Ninja was president several years ago. And since then, Arrow Rock has held his Cub King position uncontended. So, and he's been doing a great job, and we definitely want to honor him. He's been here for years. He's done a great things for the Cubs. He's really built the Cubs and helped with the Cubs, and he's also helped with the bigger family, the TCK. He's also helped with us. You know, he even came up with the whole changing Cubs tonight. So he's really done a lot for the family in regards of taking care of our younger crowd and allowing us to have that extended version of our family. Of course, we have our older version, but it's nice that we're able to reach out to younger kids, teach them, train them, and kind of help them mature. And Arrow Rock is a big part of that. But like I was saying, he was an appointed Cub King by Shadow Ninja. When I became president, I saw no need to get rid of him, and still as a president, I see no need. However, my term is coming to end, and next year will be a new president's term, whether that will be me or Game or whoever. Um, with that, with there being a new president, that new president will have the opportunity to select a different Cub King if he so chooses.
Mhm.
So with that being said, we as the presidential staff has been sitting down and going over possible candidates to be the Night King. So far, we only came up with one. Two, really, if you consider Arrow Rock. So as a presidential staff, we'd like to put out our nominee and let everybody know our nominee for the candidacy. And I want everybody to understand that this isn't a demotion for Arrow Rock. This isn't saying that we want to get rid of Arrow Rock. This is saying that with the new president has to have the opportunity to select a new Night King if he so
Mhm.
chooses. Also, this is a good opportunity because if for some if Arrow Rock is not Night King, then he'll retire, which will be really good because in all reality, Arrow Rock is coming of age, and within the next year or two, he'll probably be old enough to become a full-fledged True Combat Kings member. So it's really going to be good for him in the long run going into this. So, anyways, the presidential staff has been, like I said, talking about who the next candidate is going to be, or the next possibility of Night King. So we'd like to nominate or put our name on the table. That's going to be Rue. Now, I'm sure many of you here know Rue and have played with Rue. Very mature young man, very strong-headed, very intelligent. Always trying to help out with the family, dedicated. So he's going to be a candidate. So now we have two candidates for Night King. It's going to be Arrow Rock and Rue. And basically, the next year's president of 2017 will decide who he chooses to be the Night King. Hopefully that all makes sense. I want to congratulate Rue on this opportunity. This is a big step for him. He'll be changing his uniform. That's why you guys will see that. And he'll be basically kind of training and learning underneath Arrow Rock while at the same time running as a candidate against Arrow Rock. So it should be a nice little interesting subject. With that being said, I think that's everything. Again, big props to Rue.
Here, here,
Here,
here,
here,
here.
here, here.
All right. So, just so everyone knows, as previously stated on behalf of the president of TCK, this is not something that is being put in place to really challenge Arrow Rock or anything of that nature. As previously stated, we don't know who's going to be the next commander, but we just do feel that moving forward to the next generations of TCK to come, this is a necessary change for every president here after Big. So with that being said, is there anyone else here to have anything they would like to say on the Cub table? Cub table going once, Knights going twice. For the third and final time today, Cubs and Knights. With nothing else on Cubs and Knights, we'll get ready to move on up to the Green Show table. All right, so all of TCK, just so we all are kind of aware, um, the presidential staff is still heading up most of the recruitment in the family, in which case we don't mind, but we just really feel that more people should be stepping up and getting involved in the recruitment process. So if you do feel that you play this game enough and that there's times where you just make friends on here, but you just don't know the first few steps to get them to cross over from being a friend of yours to being a brother of yours, then please come sit down with either Empty Big, um, Gameaholic, or even myself, and we would be more than happy to walk you through all the basics of how to take your TCK career to the next level and help the family out in return. Now, with that being said, I know that I've spent a lot of time on GTA over the last week. It's really cool for me to come back and be able to tell you guys that we have 50 members over there. And this is a membership roster that's been being built for the last few months even. But they're still growing and they're still an active community. So I guess what I'm trying to ultimately get at is I should not be spending all of my time and resources on GTA, but more or less I should be dividing my time in a better manner to make sure that I'm here to help TCK on its home planet more than anywhere else first. So over the next week or so, I will be spending a lot more time on Halo in an attempt to kind of participate, if you will, in the overall recruitment of new potential members. So I'm encouraging all of you. This is my call for help. If you know that you're going to be on next week and you're not doing very much, my goal is to get 3 prospects and 2 recruits. So if somebody else joins me and their goal is to get 2, then who knows? We may be able to get at least 5 next week. It's not hard, you guys, and a lot of people really want to be with us. So let us just remember to take the time to start recruiting people again, you guys. I mean, all this democracy stuff we work on is great, but if we're not bringing new people in to actually just share this family with, then one day this family would just have a bunch of old people sitting here talking about how the good old days used to be. And I do not want to see TCK go that route. So just remember, we may have fun today, but tomorrow counts on us today. And it's up to all of us to be bringing in new members, unless if we wish to see our community pass away one day. So there's not too much I really had to say on Green Shield, with the exception of, you know, all commanders are requested to step up. But outside of that, does anyone else here have anything on Green Show that they would like to talk about this week?
I have something.
Okay, Gameaholic, what's on your mind today, brother?
Okay, so I've been getting several complaints on this one individual based on a uniform change, and I have reached out to this person personally twice. I know Big Bird's probably done it at least 3 times. Individual's name is Trippo Galloway, and via proof that's been sent to me through a screenshot, I'm going to be removing him from the Green Shield program because he has lost interest. It took several attempts to reach out to him, and he sent proof to Big Bird that he is no longer with us. So I will be updating that really soon.
Alrighty, well, we do wish Triple Galloway the best of luck. Um, Thank you for adding that to today's meeting topics. So, any commander that is aware of the Red Shield recruit known as Triple Galloway, please understand that this may be an individual that you may wish to sever ties with, depending on your own personal standpoint of view. So, with that being said, please govern yourself accordingly, and we'll definitely take this information to the chair. Thank you. Thank you. So, does anyone else here have anything they would like to add on Green Shield? Green Shield going once, going twice. For the third and final time, Green Shield, Green Shield, Green Shield. With nothing else, we'll get ready to move on up to today's member table. So, TCK, once again, I have experienced the future of TCK over the last few days. It has been a joy to be able to hop on to a totally different game and have brothers from my home planet on this game with me. We have accomplished a lot of great things together. In addition to that, brothers from Halo had a chance to meet one of our brothers from Elder Scrolls on GTA. The young man don't have Elder, or excuse me, he don't have he does not have Halo, but he does have GTA. And Peak Money, if you're watching right now, we want to give a special shout out to you. It was nice seeing you yesterday. But that's an example of how the future is starting to unfold before our very eyes. There is an update coming to Xbox very soon, and when it takes place, all members of TCK will be affected by it. It's going to come a day where if you're playing a separate game that's not one of the games we usually list, you're still going to have access to more members to play with. They're going to know that you're playing their game, and they might hop on just because you're hopping on. So just remember that the TCK that a lot of you was adopted into is passing away, it's changing. And a new TCK is being born in its place. A greater gaming community that is just that, circumference the entire idea of what it means to be a gaming community, not just a Halo one, not just a Clash of Clans or Game of War or any of this other games that we play, but the general idea that we play all these games anyway, so why not just play them together? So I want to give a very special shout out to not only the members on Halo, but to all of the members of TCK. You guys are the ones that make this a reality. And as time goes on, we're going to be spending a lot more resources in figuring out exactly what games we do play together on the Xbox, on a phone, on a computer. Some of us even have PS4s. So I would like for us to start getting together and figuring out what games we would like to start investing into as a group. I know Battlefield 1 just came out. I don't know if anyone here plays it, but that's another good option for TCK. You know, it definitely circumference our ranks and everything else in it, so just an option, family, just an option. But we don't really have too much to put on a member table. I just really want to kind of highlight how all of our games are now starting to kind of join together as one family, which is really cool. So with that being said, does anyone else here have anything they would like to add on the member table? Member table going once. Member table going twice. With nothing else on the member table, we will officially move on up to the commander table. So on this in particular table, gentlemen, I do just want to kind of give a very special shout out to two individuals. Sensei and Battle Life. Both of these two individuals belong to the House of Guardian. They have recently decided to begin their humble journey to ascending to the ranks of leader of the family one day. So, with that being said, on behalf of the presidential staff, I would like to wish them the very best of luck in their endeavors. All other commanders, please be a helping hand to them if you know that they're reaching out to you for any reason whatsoever. Just help. Point them out. Show them how to do paperwork correctly. But they'll definitely be counting on you. Now, in addition to that, it's kind of being stated around the family that a lot of the commanders are having a hard time attending their house meetings. I've already said last week I'm really close to making this mandatory. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the news this week that if another week goes by and a vast majority of commanders do not go to their own house events, it will become mandated that you will be attending 3 or we will be demoting you. Do not make me do that. Start going to your house events. I should not have to tell you to go to your event. Nobody has to tell me to come here on Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. I do this on my own free will and accord. I expect nothing less of anyone who is calling themselves a king of this family. I don't care if it's bronze, silver, or gold. If you call yourself a commander, govern yourself accordingly. Otherwise, I will be forced to govern over you, and in which case, you're not a king. I'm your king. And if I'm your king, I'm going to make you fucking do exactly as I need you to do. So please don't make me do that. Show me that you're the king and that you don't need me to be your king. Please. We're trusting on you. We're counting on you to start setting a better example for all your members and start going to your own freaking events. I can't get mad at your members if they don't come if you're not fucking going. So please understand, commanders, this is indeed the last official warning for all commanders to just simply start stepping their game up. If you don't know when your house meeting is, your fault. Get with your commander, check the website, but figure it the fuck out. I will not be so nice next week. I swear to God I won't. So, I mean, outside of that, commanders, I do want to try to give a shout out to the vast majority of commanders at TCK. I recognize that we have been going through some changes as far as, what's expected of a party leader being in charge of a lobby. And for the majority, it's safe to say that the some of the commanders, I cannot even say majority, I have to say some of the commanders, are aware of people who are banned from TCK. They do not play with them. Thank you for doing so. For everyone else who is unaware, there is a list of people who we just do not mess with no more. If you represent me, if you represent Bick, if you represent the rest of the presidential staff, if you represent this family, and you have any type of position of authority, understand I will fucking kill you personally. I will kill you personally if I catch you entertaining these individuals amongst my members. If I catch you, I swear to God, I will demote you and I'll make shit out of you. I swear to God. On an individual level, your friends are your friends. I can't tell you who to be friends with, and I will not attempt to tell you who you should or should not communicate with. But I am going to just remind you one more time that as a leader, you should know the fucking time and place to have your personal friends and when to be a family man amongst your own community. Now, these are the type of things I consider common sense. I'm pretty sure everyone else here can consider this common sense. Am I correct?
Yep, definitely.
Excellent. So if this is common sense amongst all of us, I will not reserve my tongue when I call you a fucking idiot if you break these rules. Because we all agree that this is common sense, which means you're a fucking dumb fuck if I have to repeat myself about this issue again. So I'm going to assume that we all can agree that certain individuals we're just not fucking with until they pay their fucking money and court is issued and all of this is resolved. So outside of that, if you have been doing a good job making sure that your lobby's entertained, they're playing a pretty good mixture of games, you're not allowing some random fucktard to come in here and get priority over your members, then my hat goes off to you. But if for some reason you're that commander that just happens to be that in particular fucktard that I'm talking about right now, understand I'm fucking coming for you. You're the problem with TCK, and I will not let you continue to represent us. So, I hate to be that black and white. Actually, that's a lie. I love being black and white. I'm so black and white, my shield is black and white. Well, that's so black and white, you guys. I just drew a line in the sand. I don't know where you stand as an individual. Only you know. But please understand that when we start shooting, it's going to be at the motherfuckers on the other side of the line. And in which case, we hope to God to not see you standing there. So that's pretty much it, commanders. Once again, just a quick shout out to you guys for doing a good job for the ones that actually are trying, making to your events, posting paperwork and stuff of that nature. Thank you. And to everyone else, well, you can fuck off sooner or later, but I will get to you. All right, so with that being said, is there anything else on the commander table? I'm sorry, was that too black and white, Big? Was that a little bit too black and white? Game, too black and white?
Nope, not at all.
No?
It's as
Okay.
black and white
Nope.
as it needed to be. Just
Excellent.
to add,
Excellent.
commanders, most of the commanders have been doing a good job. I want y'all to keep it up. Definitely continue prospecting. Always prospecting. Always looking for those people. Commanders, at some point, and this is something that I haven't even really talked with the rest of the staff about, but there's a new way of inviting people that as soon as we can figure it all out and practice it and perfect it, we're going to teach the rest of y'all. It's the whole club situation, so it's not even fully out on Xbox. The only way we know about it is that one of our House of Congress members is in a testing mode. So just a heads up. And and there's plenty of really easy ways to send out invites. As soon as you're done with a game, go through, try to find those people with the mics. Some people are just strolling through games looking for people to play with. So don't be afraid to send out an invite to the person who just went hella positive, or the person who helped you get the flag, or the person who, whatever. If you can, even nonverbal, if you can be on Battlefield and create a relationship with someone nonverbally, that's milestones down the road. So that's really good. So then as soon as that game is over, you can invite them and they can be like, oh yeah, that's that dude I was in the hog with all day long getting flag caps. They're gonna join. So yeah, keep up the good work, boys.
Thank you, Big. Thank you. And to kind of piggyback off of what Big was saying, a perfect example of that in particular situation is one of our potential new prospects, right? Prospects, we'll say. We haven't really worked with them. But we have a potential new member named Howler who has literally fit the description to a T. The guy never had a headset, never communicated, but for some odd reason, he listened better than half our own members who had headsets. And once he had a headset, a lot of people was like, wow, we're so happy to hear from you. But he had friends before he even had a chance to talk. So on a personal level, I don't take the time to recruit people who don't have headsets. That's just me personally. But I will not discourage any member from taking the time to investing into someone who's obviously communicating with you. That's pretty much the basics of what we're looking for. So thank you once again, Big. That was a very, very good topic of discussion. Okay, so is there anything else on the commander table? Commanders? Commanders? Commander table going once. Commander table going twice. Commander table, commander table, commander table. With nothing else on the commander table, let's move on up to today's general table. Now, you guys, just so you know, I'm trying to piece together a few last minute giveaways. Halloween is coming up literally on Monday. I've talked to our Papa John sponsor. I'm going to have a quick last minute pizza at my disposal, so somebody will be receiving a Papa John pizza on Halloween night. Of course, we're going to be doing Ray's Lost Buck, and I might actually pull an additional name out of Ray's Lost Buck. I don't know where I'm going to pull the name from yet, to be honest with you. But I will attempt to give away another prize, another three prizes of like $1 each or something like that. So if you guys would not mind, please do the free giveaway. It's like trick or treating around here. I am going to be giving out a few prizes on Halloween night. So we definitely look forward to you guys participating. And that's pretty much where we're at with that. Outside of that, if you do play GTA, we're in the process right now of getting ready to start shooting a video. It's not going to be like a movie or nothing like that. We may just simply, I don't know, do a couple of missions to a soundtrack. I don't know. But the idea is that every game in our member zone is going to start having its own unique video player related strictly to that game. So the very first player that is active now is Halo. If anyone click on the Halo page on the member zone, you're going to notice that, oh cool, I'm watching videos. Oh cool, I'm probably on this video. And as time goes on, we're going to do the same thing for Destiny, and right now we're doing the same thing for GTA. Now, over the course of the next month or two, we are going to introduce an email address on the website where if you would like to put your videos up, if you would like us to just run one of your shows on our site, whatever, then you can simply email us either the hyperlink or whatever we need to get to access the content and publicly display it on our site for you. So that's coming. That's the future, you guys. All members are going to have access to saying, hey, I just got this super dope overkill. Let me email the company right quick and make sure they know so it'll be on the Halo player by next week. This is the future, you guys. So we just wanted to kind of take a few moments to just let you know that the behind the scenes sector of the website is changing. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I fraudulently represented my ass off. In other words, I lied the shit out of my ass to Google to get them to like you again. It's not based off of an activity that we've been doing over the last few weeks. Understand that now. Google thinks I was in the motherfucking hospital, and in which case I allow somebody else to manage the website for over 5 months. And yeah. So, long story short, super long story short, Google has decided to give us back our promotional spots on their listing boards. In which case, if you do go to the website or go to Google and just type in True Combat Kings, it recognizes more of our content than what it did before, which is actually kind of cool. So I guess what I'm trying to say is they resetted our search results. If that makes any sense. So anyway, if you guys wish to not have to tell people that the website's under construction and to click on this little link, if you like being able to tell people that Google knows who the fuck you are, if you like just knowing that you're not going to some generic .web's website, but instead you're going to the .com site you paid for, then please understand your daily participation on the website is critical for us maintaining what we have now. I mean, if you cannot find something to do, there's free giveaways. We would gladly issue you some money just for you doing your part. If you're anything like myself, then you're always working on the website, so in which case you're always on it, but that's just me. But shout out to Gameaholic. You know, I know Gameaholic is oftentimes doing paperwork. Like, he does a crap load of paperwork, so I can honestly say he does his fair share of checking on the website on a daily basis. In addition to that, he still does giveaways. So please understand, you guys, that we're doing the best we can to introduce new and exciting topics for the family. But as we do that, we need you guys to kind of work with us in activities that we currently have as we to develop new activities for you. Now, with that being said, there is a potential idea being kicked around. Hold on one second. I think our broadcasting. Oh wait, we're still going. We're just lagging. Whatever. But anyway, let's keep it moving. There's a potential new game coming out, you guys. The general concept of it is understanding that there's a lot of people in TCK who would like to become a paid member, but based off of finances or their age, a lot of different reasons, they're unable to actually pick up even the minimum of a $10 membership. We understand that. And what I am going to propose to everyone to just kind of think about today is what if I came up with a new game, a new idea, where all you had to do was simply win so many times. Now, it does not mean you have to win in a row, but we'll just say, for the sake of this in particular example, this example only, we'll say that the magic number is 5. You need 5 tokens. If for some odd reason you've obtained these 5 tokens through the free giveaway game that we're doing, you will be awarded a free, totally free bronze membership. Now, let's just say that you're already a paid member, half the guys up here on stage. Well, in your particular case, a bronze crown membership would not really be very beneficial to you now, would it? But what if you could upgrade your member level for free 99? As in, all you had to do was just win these 5 tickets. Now, the way the game is being designed is we'll probably give away 2 tickets a month. Whoever plays the most, well, that's kind of obviously who's going to probably win one. But over the course of a year, 6 months, however long it takes you, you will acquire a total of 5 tokens. Once you get them, that's either a bronze membership or a free upgrade on your current level of membership. So if you're like my buddy Bick over here, who is already sitting at the gold level, if he won 5 of these tokens just for entering into this giveaway, he will automatically be promoted to a platinum level membership in the family. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yep.
I mean, how would you guys feel about something like that? Gameaholic? I mean,
I
you the
think it sounds
motherfucker I was
fair. I
thinking
think it's
about
a
when I
good
wrote this
opportunity.
shit. Bitch taking
I
all my
mean,
money
I
and I
think
don't
it's
never want to get
yeah,
one.
for my benefit. For my benefit, yeah, definitely.
What was you saying though, Big? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was
Somebody was
just saying
saying
that it
something.
sounds pretty good, that it sounds like a good opportunity for, like you're saying, people who don't currently have the opportunity to actually get there, you know? I mean, I can understand when I was little, my parents wouldn't give me a credit card to go online and pay, and so if that gives, somebody an opportunity to get a paid membership, I think it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Awesome. So, to just be forward with everyone in the lobby, this is a very plain, drawn on the back of a coffee stained napkin idea right now. Even though I am Black Shield, even though this is in my realm, I will still be taking this up to the presidential staff for full launch resolution. So I'm glad to know that a lot of you guys kind of feel like this is something that will help the family move forward. But I will talk to the presidential staff, aka you two and Dan later, and we'll work out all of the actual fine details before I actually attempt to put anything on the website about this at all. Is that cool, you guys? Everyone okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. All right, so you guys, I know that was a lot that we just talked about right quick. Um, let's see, is there anything else on the general table that you guys can think about?
My situation from yesterday, Ray.
I don't have no socks.
Put it back. You pick the phone.
Alright.
Okay, now you guys,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop your conversation there. These in particular levels of TCK are to be kept in a clandestine manner, in which case anything in regards to court, if you're not an actual member of TCK, then it will not be televised. And that actually
Okay, my
falls directly
apologies.
underneath that level of business. So we will not talk about it right here on the stage.
My apologies on that.
All right, but outside of that, though, is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about? That is general member information, okay? Nothing that involves a full sit down and somebody eating a cannoli, but just a conversation. Anyone? Excellent. Well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and proceed into the ceremonial closing for today's meeting. But before we do, we want to take a few moments to just thank you at home for tuning in. Once again, we know that you could have been anywhere. In fact, you probably are somewhere. But you still took the time to pull your phone out and just be here. Unbound Rain, that really is dedicated to you, pal. So thank you for being here. All right. So with that being said, to everyone else that is present in the lobby, without you guys, TCK really would not exist. So shout out to all the free members. Shout out to the paid members. Shout out to the presidential staff. In fact, for one final time, here's everyone who was at today's meeting. And we just want to say thank you, everyone. So with no further ados, we would like to proceed, excuse me, with no further ados, we're going to go ahead and proceed into today's ceremonial closing. But for the first time today, are there any questions, comments, or concerns we can answer for you? For the second time today, are there any questions, comments, or concerns we can answer for you? For the third and final time today, speak now or hold your peace until the next Saturday meeting, which will be in the month of November. But are there any questions, comments, or concerns we can answer for you? Gentlemen, with no further question, comments, or concern, I will officially consider this meeting adjourned, and we would like to thank you for your time. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you. I prefer not.